Hello everyone, this is Oley from Oley's Pepperoni Cannoli. Today I'm going to try something different. I have, as you probably know, several wood-fired pizza ovens, and I always cook my pizzas in those, and sometimes in a home oven, but I've never tried cooking them on a grill, on a barbecue grill. And I've heard a lot of good things about it from my customers, so I figured, hey, I'm gonna give it a try. It's a good day for it. It's very cold outside right now in middle of December, but it's good. It's going to be a good test. So what I have is I have two cheese pizzas, and they're both frozen. I'm going to thaw one of them and keep the other one frozen, just to give it a test to see if they perform any different. And then I'm going to just top them off with some mushrooms and onions, pepperoni. But to start off, they're just going to be a cheese pizza. All right, I just want to show you all the pizzas I'm going to be working with. Basically, they're just going to be cheese pizza, like I said. Here they are. It's my own frozen cheese pizzas. Both the same. And I'm just going to add some pepperoni, mushrooms, and onions. Here we go. Tear these guys up. I got my veggies all cut. In frozen state right now, but I'm going to put one back in the freezer and thaw one of them. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook one in frozen first and then cook the one that's thawed, which is probably going to be about 20 minutes later. Okay, we're good here. All right, I'm back, guys. I don't know why I picked today. It's so freaking cold out here, but it is what it is. I got my oven warmed up right now. It's around 500-ish. I have all my settings to 3/4. There's my frozen pizza. If I can knock it and you can hear it. I have my thermometer here. You can I'm just gonna put it on right there. Yeah, solid frozen, -8 degrees. These things are great, by the way. If you don't have one, get one. All right, let's see what we got. So I put a stone right in the middle. I put a couple pieces of wood, also small piece of wood, give it a smoky taste. I don't know, I'm just experimenting with that. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Let's see, the stone is about 600, over 600 already. It's only been 20 minutes. Probably a little too much. Honestly, I'd like to have it around 550 or so, but we're gonna give it a shot. All right, just to make sure that it's going to not burn on the bottom, and I'm going to put some cornmeal. Come on. So this is just coarse cornmeal. Works pretty good. I'm going to test this out one more time. It's coming down a little bit, 610. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, here we go. Frozen pie. Oh, forget the cornmeal. Just a little bit of that should work fine. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is going to work out. I'm going to report back in about 10 minutes. We're back. It's been just under 10 minutes. And I did put another piece of wood in here because the first two kind of burned off pretty fast. But this is looking pretty good. There's the bottom of it. Looks pretty nice and golden brown. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty darn good. And it's only been about 10 minutes. I'm just going to take it off. It looks pretty good. Okay, let's take it inside and give it a cut. Okay, back inside. Warm climate. I love it. But look, this really turned out pretty nice. Nice color. Only took less than 10 minutes, I think more closer to 9 minutes. And the bottom is pretty good. You can see. Let me do a cut. So again, this one was put on the grill from a solid frozen steak, and it turned pretty damn good. All right, I'm gonna give it a taste test and let you know. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and cook my other pizza, which has been sitting on a table here, countertop, and as you can see, it's pretty nimble, definitely thawed. So I'm gonna give this one a try, put it on a grill and see what happens. Okay, guys, I'm back out here testing out my second pizza, which this one again is thawed, partially thawed, about 20 minutes or so, right on the kitchen counter. Let's see, I'm gonna clean up some of this old cornmeal that's on here. And see what the temperature is. 570, 560. That's really good. That's what you want. The first one was probably a little too hot. This is perfect. Okay, a little cornmeal again. Here we go. Just second pie. Looking good so far. All right, I'm back in. This is the first pizza. Just while the second pizza is cooking, I'm going to take a bite of the first one. As you can see, it burned a little bit on the bottom, so it's charred. And if you remember, my temp was around 600 when I started. So that's probably the reason. It's just a little bit too hot for this pizza. So you want to get around the 550. That's probably the best. Okay. It's pretty good, even though it's so charred. All right, I'm back out. Looking at the second pizza. Temperature is back around, well, it's a little bit on the light side. I want it to be closer to 550, but I have all my gauges around 3/4 again. Let's see what's going on. It looks pretty good, and it's been about 7 minutes. The bottom, there's the bottom. Looks really good. All right, we're going to just gonna churn it a little bit. Take advantage of the heat on all the sides, and let it cook just a bit more, maybe 3 more minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, and I think it's gonna be ready. Yep, it looks beautiful. And I'm gonna check the bottom again. Bottom looks really good. Yes. And checking the stone. Stone is around 525. Yep, 500 to 525. So that's perfect. If you have any way of controlling this to be around that temperature, that's what you got to aim for, because that's a really good result you're going to get. All right, I'm going to get this off. And shut off my grill. Okay, here we go. We're going to go inside and dig into this one now. All right, I got the second pizza in the house. I'm gonna give it a cut. check it out here. Yep, the bottom's looking good. It's nice and crispy. Top is good, but I can tell you it looks like the one that I cooked from frozen has a little bit better color. But as far as timing goes, they both cooked about 10 minutes and they turned out great. By the way, just so everybody knows, the flour I'm using here is just a standard high gluten flour, not using double O flour, which a lot of people claim is the best thing. And the problem with the double O flour is you need to have very high surface temperature to cook your pizzas, which is hard to do in a home oven. With a regular high gluten flour, you can cook them around 550, 500 and get great results. But with double O flour, you got to get that really high, or mix it with some standard wheat flour. One other note I want to tell everybody is, so this is the first one I cooked, and as you can see, the bottom is a little bit too dark. And the reason for that is, if you remember from earlier, the temperature on the surface of the stone was over 600. And that's just a little too much. So if you can do it, if you can do anything about it, make sure the surface temperature is no more than 550, which is what happened to this second pizza, and it turned out perfect. So air temperature, surface temperature around 500 to 550 should get you great results. And even though this is a little bit on the darker side, it really actually tastes pretty good. So I'm happy with both of these. And it didn't really make a difference if it's thawed or straight from the freezer. They both turned out pretty darn good. All right, thanks for watching.